I've been trying to dropship for the last 3 years. And when I started 3 years ago, I was a beginner. But unlike most, my first store was successful. And again, unlike most, I focused on that one dropshipping business for 3 whole years. One business, 3 years, and me. And I managed to turn that dropshipping business into a brand. The results are nothing like any other YouTuber on this platform that are making these sorts of videos. Within 3 years, I went from a beginner to building a multi-million-dollar company and then setting that business up to a standard, key hires, key roles, and key system to which I was able to sell it for a massive cash exit. How much did I sell it for? In this video, I'm going to be breaking down my unique 3 years of building this business, the difference between using dropshipping to start and using that to build a long-term business rather than focusing on short-term, quick, unsustainable profits. How a back-end system effectively helped me scale to $400,000 months, and most importantly, the value and importance of custom branded content. Let's begin. So I'm Nathan, and my story I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Within the space of 3 years, I went from $7 per hour from Domino's, studying at university in the UK, to, again, like I said, building that multi-million-dollar dropshipping brand. When I was at uni, I had ridiculous amounts of time. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I only went to uni because I had no path or direction. I always knew in my heart I wanted to build a business, make money, and always be independent. And this opportunity came to me when my brother told me he had started a jewelry business online. I was like, this is interesting. I want to learn about this. I didn't look at gurus on YouTube. I didn't do any courses. My brother told me something. I thought, I can do this myself. I saw his jewelry website and I thought, oh, this is cool. I could base this jewelry company around my own designs, custom jewelry, what I'm into at the time. So more passionate. I was into skating, raving, partying, and I wanted to make this jewelry brand like the supreme of jewelry. Here is some images of the jewelry brand that I built. Custom jewelries, custom content. We used influencer marketing, eventually got into Facebook advertising. But I spent 4 years working on this business and I learned valuable skills. We only did about £200,000 within the 4 years of me working on this at uni because I could never put it full time. It needed investment because when you designed a piece of jewelry, it took us 6 months to get it to market. Obviously this was super small scale. I was 18 to 21, 22. Still learning, still growing up, still partying, still drinking, and it just never really sustained me enough to which I could go full-time entrepreneur, full-time business owner. So I actually focused a lot on my degree as well. So I never took that risky leap. Like everyone on the internet suggests, I was scared to do that, and I didn't do it. But when I finished university, I gave myself no choice but to make this work. I did not want to get a job, and I didn't. I was working at Domino's until the end of university, and I told myself, right, I'm quitting Domino's. I don't want to be working at Domino's and seen as that guy who finished his uni and is still working his part-time job at Domino's trying to make a full-time income. I gave myself zero choice to not be successful, and I ended up moving into my friend's house, I think for free, sleeping in their spare room because my tenancy had ended in the city, and everyone would go to work to their 9 to 5s and people were telling me, Mum, Dad, get a job, and I was like, no. And I had to sit in my friend's house on my own with a laptop trying to figure out, right, what do I do to make a full-time income to actually live? And I did this, and I found that through, what was it? Dropshipping, and that business I spent 3 years on. And I stumbled across it literally scrolling through Instagram, and I saw an opportunity and I had to take it. So I started dropshipping, and again, first month, £5,000. Second month, I think it was £14,000. I'm gonna put these on the screen. The results were gradual. I ended up making, I think in the second month, third month, I was making like minimum £3,000. I could afford to move and get my own place, as you can see in these photos. And that continued to scale. I eventually moved home because being in the same city I'd been in for 5 years, I was with people who were students, working full-time jobs. I wasn't in the right environment to continue to get better. So I went home, got my own office. Again, I'm gonna put these on the screen. Boom, boom, boom. And I met up with another entrepreneur. We split this office and I spent 6 months working on this business hardcore, scaled it up to continuously results. And yeah, ended up moving to Bali. I've been here for the past 2 years, and the business just went from nuts to nuts to nuts. I learned so much meeting people and really put all my efforts in over the 3 years. Managed to hit $400,000 months, ending up at this business with like $3.2 million. And I built and hired it because I knew I wanted to exit this business. I made key hires, so I barely even needed to work on the business. My only role in the company was creative content management. I'd hired and scaled the business to which I only needed to spend 1 day per month, and yeah, calling the team maybe once a week. And that put me in the position where I could list this company with a broker and sell the business for a massive cash amount. Quickly below, there are links below. If you are looking to sell your company, you can speak with my broker. They're absolutely insane. I think 2 of my other friends are already selling their businesses through them for multi-millions. So he's a great broker, proven results. Click the link below. Well, his email is below, so you can check that out. So the potential of dropshipping was absolutely insane. And as you can see, my story is completely different. I focused on one business. When you're looking online, it's crazy. Everyone's got find a trending product, find a gimmicky product, $20, scale it to the moon, next one, scale it to the moon. But there is so many ridiculous problems with that system, and I will explain in this video. Also, there's a private network below. I'm not going to explain it too much. If you're interested, click the link. So when I was a beginner, sat in this house thinking, what am I going to do? What did I do? So the 4 years of building this custom jewelry brand, learning about custom content, I'd learned valuable skills. What were those valuable skills? Creating custom content, marketing a good, branding it, sending products to influencers. I learned the basis of ads, understood how to fulfill products, customer support, but I just never really made the profit. I understood e-commerce to a good standard. That took me 4 years. And I took that position of making custom content branding, and I saw an opportunity on my feed. And I took all those skills, and it was the perfect moment, and I applied them to this business I found. So I found a business online. I was constantly scrolling at home and I was trying to start, make money. This ad would just keep popping up. I was like thinking, how is this ad continuously popping up on my feed? The ads are terrible, the website's terrible, there's absolutely zero branding. All of their products are just AliExpress images. I was like, how is this working? This is nuts. And I was like, right, I understand Facebook ads. They're only spending money on Facebook ads if they're making profit. Otherwise, why would they be spending loads of money on advertising? They must be spending a lot because I'm seeing these ads all the time. I researched their website, I looked at it, I found all of the products on AliExpress, super easy. And I thought, hang on a minute, if these guys are making loads of money and they've got no branding, no unique selling point, they're not marketing these products with angles, offers, there's nothing to it. They're just low budget, mass selling, wholesale, blah, blah, blah. Looks terrible. I was like, right, I'm gonna take this store and I'm going to do exactly what I did with the jewelry brand. Custom content, branding, customer support, really put in the personal effort so no one can compete with us because it's a unique company now. And that's exactly what I did. I built this store, gave it a unique selling point. I marketed it in a way where the products were seen as high value, luxury. I took a low budget store, selling the products for cheaper, and I increased the prices. I actually increased these prices from the competitor by 50 to 100%. Making way more profit. I marketed these low budget goods as luxury goods, and I built the website, I launched the ads, and I used the skills that I learned, and instantly on the first day I was profitable, and as you saw, the results spoke for themselves. I applied that knowledge I learned and it worked. So I literally found this store and product from scrolling through the social media feed. And right now, it's so much easier to do this now. There are tools online that can help you. Don't need to be endlessly scrolling. There are sales trackers. I use common sense to get that. So the 2 key things was, right, finding an ad. Find what's working in the market, who's running ads. That's number 1 when you're looking for a product. Number 2 is this company doing well? Are they making a lot of money? And number 3 is, do you spot opportunity? So all 3 were correct. So number 1 is this ad kept popping up my feed. It's on the market, an active store. Number 2 is, yeah, they were making a lot of money. And number 3 was, yes, there was opportunity because the content wasn't custom, the branding wasn't there, they had no USP, and there was no competitors. So there was a massive opportunity there. So if I were to find a product right now, it would be way easier because there are so many tools now of the points I just made. So to spy on ads, for number 1, I would literally use the tool Minia. You can put filters in and find ads that you want. So I'll give you a quick demo. So this tool here, I'm not gonna give you a complete demo because I've got multiple videos doing it. And any of the videos I'm talking about product research, it's all in there. But you can basically go on Facebook ads and you can scroll through and find what products people are selling. This is exactly the method I did, but it's way more automated, way more specific, and it saves a lot of time. So you could use the tool Minia right now to make this way easier because I want to explain to you as well steps you can take to do this today. If you want a 20% off, there's a link below. The next thing is tracking a company's sales. So you don't want to be working on a store if that, like, let's say you see an ad online. Like I said, the company needs to be doing well because it shows there's a market for it. If they're not doing well, it's not going to work. You need to be able to track sales. So the website I'm using currently to track the sales of other dropshipping stores, e-com brands, is Shop Hunt. Again, the link's below if you want to use that. And thirdly, how do I calculate opportunity? Well, that just comes through knowledge. So the key points of looking for opportunity are, number one is, can you be first to market in another country? So for example, if someone is successful in the USA and they've got a great brand, you could, if they're not marketing in another country, you could literally be first to market in Germany, Netherlands, the UK, other European countries, UK, and it will perform well because it's already proven to work in another country. That's number one. Number two is, do they have bad branding? Do they have a bad website? Is their content bad? Is there another audience you can sell this product to, such as marketing angles? For example, if someone's selling a hoodie and they're marketing it to mums, but you actually think, right, this product would work well for kids as well. Let's sell these to kids, same product, but we market it differently. Or for example, let's say a health product, a supplement, zinc and magnesium or something. Someone could sell it for, these minerals help with anxiety. Another company may sell it, say these minerals help with fatigue. This is the marketing angle. So there's two different opportunities. The same product can fit multiple markets. So that's how you spot an opportunity. That's exactly what I did. So my experience was unique in dropshipping because unlike everyone else on YouTube and everyone I see online, because this is multiple people message me that I'm the only person speaking about this, is I focused on this one dropshipping brand for 3 years, and I'll explain why. So if something is working, why would you stop? If it's making you money, why would you stop? So you got to think, if your store is working with winning products and you can keep adding products, why would you not put all your eggs in this basket and build it up to what it could be? Because if I saw the success of dropshipping so great, I'll start a million other brands. I would have had problems. These guys on YouTube, what they suggest is, right, find a trend, which is good, it can be good, but they'll be like, I've done 500K in 30 days, and they'll scale a store up within 1 or 2 months, and then it will just die out, which is stupid because when you're selling products through paid advertisement, marketing, you're buying data, you're buying emails, you're creating a brand. So if I spend £1,000 on Facebook ads and I get 100 emails, those emails are valuable. You can remarket those emails in the niche. So let's say this is a fashion brand we're working on and we spend loads of money on ads, and we're collecting emails. We're collecting followers on Instagram. We're collecting followers on Facebook. These are people we can continue to sell products to without spending money on advertisement. So the next time we add a product to the store, it'll be free to sell it to them. And people who purchase already might want to come back if their customer experience is good. So you're paying for all these benefits of running ads, but most people online don't use them. They reap, it's called front end sales. So they reap all the rewards on the front end, but they don't focus on the long-term profit. So with my stores, if I showed you results, my store growth was consistent over the 3 years and exponential, in fact. I think if I carried it on, if I didn't sell it this year, we would have done 500K in November next month. And I think the total revenue would have been over 2 to 3 mil for the year, which is absolutely insane. Year on year growth, crazy. But that was because we utilize collecting emails, sending emails to people, focusing on the organic social medias, focusing on creating custom content, focusing on retaining customers. So if people purchase, we want to give them a good customer experience, great customer support. If anyone want to return a product, we'll give them returns. We would offer them incentives, and we'd continually add products to this niche store. So that's why I really suggest people doing niche stores. So like, let's say you had a gym store. You release one product, it's a winner. You build up the email list, you build up the social media marketing, you get all the influencers, you've got a brand. Then you can launch another product to your brand. You can spend less on advertising. Let's say you have a 50,000 person email list and you launch a new product that you spend loads on ads to get that email list. You can make 100 grand off one email from launching a new product for free. That is the benefit of a long-term business. Towards the end of the business, we were doing like 10K emails. We'd send one email and make 10K in revenue. It was that easy because we spent 3 years building up a company. Whereas these people online talking about short-term profits, they have no email list. Their profits are lower because they haven't got a back-end support. There's nothing reoccurring. It's all front-end ads. If you are relying on front-end profits now, it's going to be a very hard game. You need to play the long game. As long as the front end's kind of break even profitable, if you focus on the back end, the rest will be amazing. Because the game is getting harder and you really need to think about dropshipping and e-commerce in this way. I'm gonna lay some negatives as well. So let's say you did focus on a short-term dropshipping business. So someone online is telling you to sell a fan, a dropshipping fan. Okay, what? You're gonna sell it for 3 months in the summer and then it's gonna die out. And then you've got to start a new business. Facebook's gonna ban you, TikTok's probably gonna ban you, you're gonna have problems with Google. You don't even know if the product's any good. You can't work on getting a good custom product or packaging. They'll probably turn up late. You've got no customer support that are trained properly over the 3 years for these specific problems. You probably haven't got a team who's really dialed in on the business, and there's gonna be multiple problems. Even Shopify can ban you, Stripe can ban you, because you're just looking for short-term quick cash. Facebook, TikTok, Google, they all want long-term sustainable business to be running ads on their platform that are reliable. The back-end system, and I'm gonna show you a couple things now, not everything, but a couple things now that help me scale to 400K per month. So this is the basic company structure that I used for people to hire the basic tasks of the business. So this is a back-end look of like me mapping out the business, right? How can I optimize this? How can I make this business seamless and get to these massive numbers that I'm seeing people do? So I basically mapped out the business. There is marketing, there is products, there is website, there is fulfillment, there is customer support. You cannot scale a business on your own. You need to hire people. This is a key rule. So within this, I broke down all the sub-niches, sub-tasks, and I found, right, these are the key hires. So the green here, I need a marketing manager, I need a creative strategist, media buyer, social media manager, email guys, SMS guy to send text messages to sell products. These are the things and hires I needed to get to those 400K months. And I mapped it out and I implemented it and it worked. Another one, you got to think, when you're looking to spend more money on ads, you want to maximize profit. So returns are a massive thing in e-commerce. They're normal. I think the average is about 10 to 15% for any brand. So you have to do returns. Depending on the country, there's different policies. But this was our system. You have to have a strong system in place in your company if you're looking to expand revenue of how you can handle this amount of returns. You need good customer support. So this was ours. So customer asked to return the product, asked the customer for the reason for the return, and then our team is going to calculate this. Does it fit our returns policy? If it's fake, because sometimes customers trying to mug you off and get a refund. Does it fit our returns policy? If not, blah, blah, blah. And we would do this to which we could reduce returns that were fair and make sure everyone who needed a return would get their money back. And this needed to be seamless, and the customer support team needed to understand what to say and do, especially at scale. If you're doing thousands of orders per month, you're going to have a lot of problems. So you need to have systems in place before you can increase the revenue, because it's very easy to increase the budget on ads and make more money, but it's a lot harder to do the back end systems. So this was actually built I was building like a high level network for my private network and members. Basically, if you're scaling a brand, the number one way to increase revenue is just the amount of creatives you put out. TikTok, Facebook, Google, organic. You need a lot of creatives all the time. The only way you can do that is if you build and hire a team to do that. As a business owner, I just want to send a message. We need new creatives this week. Boom, done. That's it. That's all I want to do. So you need to make it as easy as possible. So this was the system I built out, and the employees, you need to do that. Number one, choose your content type that you want to do. Video shoot, image ads, UGC, which is basically influencers talking about a product. Step one to create a video shoot is organize, film, and edit. These are the steps to get that done. The numbers I've put here, so number one, that's one type of employee. Number two is another type of employee. And this would be the system. So if I want to create a video shoot, it'd be organize the video shoot, film the video shoot, edit the video shoot, create the ads, which would go into testing the ads on like Facebook, analyzing the ads to see if they perform well, and then creating ad variants. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-step process to continuously put out creatives and content to scale the business in dropshipping and e-commerce. This is high level stuff, but watch anyway. And yeah, so you need to figure out who can get this done and who can you hire to do this all the time. So you need someone to do content strategy. You need someone, so these are the roles and contractors you need to put in place to get this done. You need content strategy, so who will plan content and ads. You need content management to make sure they get put out. You need an editor. You need someone to film the content. You need UGC creators you can message. And you need creative analysis, which is basically looking at the data when you're running ads to see if they're performing well. And you also need creative variance. So you need someone to be like, right, these ads are performing well, let's make these ads based off this data. This is very in-depth, I know, but these are the sorts of back-end systems you need if you want to generate a lot of money. So what I would do is I would use Lucidchart and I would map out every process of the business and think, who can I hire to do as much as possible to take the load off so I can focus on scaling the business? And this was all learned over the 3 years of building this business. Someone focusing on dropshipping store for 2 months is not going to be doing this for their business, and they're not going to be making as much money, I can assure you. Or if they do, it's going to be very short term, and they're going to be chasing new businesses, this is the problem. Let's say you start a business, 3 months later, you've got a fun level dropshipping store. You're going through the whole process again. More money. Not going to make as much. So last but not least, the importance of custom branded content. So custom branded content is basically creating your own content, not stealing people's content, because people are doing that all the time in dropshipping. Getting your product, sending it to influencers, and creating your own custom content. If you create content like this, you will generate way more sales. No one can compete with you. Dropshippers who are lazy are never going to be able to compete with you, and you can continue to scale without worry because you're your own company, your own brand. I'm going to show you quick examples of this right now. So what is a good custom ad? So this is a brand that I've been following, and they're absolutely smashing it, doing multi-million pound and dollar months. And this is an example of custom content, and anyone can do this for a dropshipping brand. You can make content like this. So this is a brand that sells mushroom drops in the mushroom supplement niche. It's growing now, you might have seen it, mushroom coffee, the lot. Again, they've got their own custom content, so no one can compete with them. Their own marketing angles. This is what I mean.
Being a high-level fighter, looking for a best thing to help my performance life cycle has helped me very much.
So, as you can see, this content isn't stolen, this content isn't copied off anyone else. This is a unique content piece with a high-level fighter. It's got a branded marketing angle. So they're selling mushrooms for performance. They're marketing that product with a fighter who uses these mushrooms daily, and they're showing it in action. This is custom branded content, and no one can copy that. This is exactly what I did for my dropshipping brand, and we had multiple competitors pop up over the 3 years, as you would. If someone's doing well, other people want to copy it, as they should. That's just how business works. And the customness of this brand, no one can compete with it, and it means you're on a different level than everyone else. Even if someone else tries to join the niche, it's not going to work. So if you think my systems are different than anyone else in the YouTube market, I've been spending a lot of hours on the private network and mentoring group below. If you click the link below, you're going to see what I'm talking about. I've been in the game for a long time now, and I want to make a difference to this private community coaching stuff, because I want to build one of the best high-level e-com networks on the market, because I want to be with a group of killers and continue to scale e-com brands. Peace.